Hello everybody, and we are live. I hope you're all doing well tonight. Yeah, it's been quite a day for me. It's good to see you all in chat. I've got PJ Cruikshank, the Shankinator, and Michael Khan in chat. How are you guys doing?
Excellent. Yeah, Moomin Radar, we were just laughing about that. And we think Shankinator's got his stick like in it. It's got a stick about nowadays.
Yeah. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that's joined tonight. Yeah, tonight's going to be an exciting one. Balloons and satellites. Obviously, I do believe that there are no such thing as actual satellites, just Sataloons and drones. But yeah, what do we have already? 27 votes, satellites or balloons. 78% say yes, 22% say no. Yeah.
Well, what I've come to notice is all these satellites that they say they've got doing their purpose. They also have balloons doing the same purpose. Now the thing is, it's going to be far cheaper to use a balloon than send something into space. So
much cheaper.
It just done way up.
Much, and yeah, I mean, and NASA.
Not meant to the fact that space is fake.
Exactly, they can't violate the second law of thermodynamics. And I mean, NASA also is the largest users of helium in the world, so that tells you something as well.
It means they're like squeaky voices.
You get a packet, you get a packet, you get a packet! I was going to say hi to everybody in chat quickly. Good to see you, Geometria Wombat, PJ Cruikshank, Ellen Nordstrand, Cosmic Guru, Charlie Girl. Who else did I see there? I saw Face Reality, good to see you, mate. Rob Keen, INFE, YouTube, Moomin Rider, Jimbo. Oh, sorry, excuse my children in the background, guys. And Carl Apple, Fetish Fist. Good to see you guys. It's good to have you all in the house tonight. Hope you're all going to enjoy this show as much as I am, because I do enjoy topics like this, actually. That's why I actually enjoyed the topic last night. Me and Michael were actually talking now before the stream about the ISS thing. Don't you guys think it is possible? Because I actually wanted to bring this up with Astronomy Live last night. Hey LSG, thank you for coming. It's also possible that what they are measuring, it's actually calculating, even though they did it with flat baselines and triangles, could just be a drone that's actually smaller at a low altitude. That would give the same percentage to give the apparent angular size that gives them their so-called altitude and gives the velocity. Because I still don't think something can travel at the velocities that they're claiming.
No.
Because think about it, all of these things have to, their narrative needs those velocities to work. And since when has anybody been able to even create close to something that can travel at 17,500 miles an hour?
Yeah. Like I was saying, when you see a light moving fast, it like streaks. You know what I mean? You should be seeing something streaking across the sky, I think, not just a slow moving little dot of light.
Yeah. Derek Nelson, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Glad you made it. And Psych Bear, hey, good to see you. Glad you guys all made it. So yeah, I've got some things up on the interwebs. What got me was thinking was the Chinese spy balloon. So yeah, let's watch some of that. This is from ABC Philadelphia, guys.
There's another one now, isn't there?
Yeah, there's quite a few coming out. They say there's a number 2 that's around that they've spotted now.
A number 2 balloon.
Yeah.
Sataloon.
But
Nice.
you know what's odd about this? Don't you think China would rather use a undetectable satellite to spy on us instead of a balloon that's 60,000 feet? I mean, they would rather do something that's not detectable if they wanted to spy on us. And I'm sure China has enough money to send a satellite to space if it was real.
Yep.
And also one thing you guys also should notice, you see how the balloon looks? Let's view the thumbnail quickly. You see that? Those panels and everything, it looks exactly like the so-called satellites in the sky. Hey Gary Wabenga, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Loasis Apokiak, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you for coming. Or does it hide something like the Galapagos? What? The geopolitics. No idea what you're on about.
It's another Cold War. Instead of people screaming Russia, Russia, Russia.
No, it's China.
China, you know.
Yeah.
It's just theatre.
It is, yeah.
I mean,
fear tactics as well.
I mean, I don't know if this is true, but it's been doing rounds that on Sky Radar that balloon come up as US made. Like, so I don't know if that's true.
Yeah. I've got that up here. The HBAL 617 is not the Chinese spy balloon. It's Flight Radar 24 confirms. Hey, PIA guys, I'm actually using this VPN now, guys. Yeah, I'm using it. I've got it on my phone, on my computer. Really
cool.
Awesome stuff. It's saying I'm in Great Britain right now.
Come join us then. Come join.
Are you coming around? I'll get coffee on the fire.
Yeah, it's kind of
no
saved.
2 hours in front.
It's kind of saved my butt since being hacked. Yeah.
So does the VPN stop any chance of you being hacked then?
It changes your IP address, everything, so they can't get your information. It does totally encrypts it. So it's literally just straight to this from server to server. It doesn't go through anywhere else. Really awesome stuff. And I have to say I'm impressed with this VPN. Because I've even had AVG VPN. It's not too great. I mean, I still get hacked with that. This is weird.
You'll be able to watch UK stuff in
exactly.
on Netflix and that.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about it. If I want to go and see something that's only available in America, I just change my location to America and then I can watch it.
That's it. That's cool.
It's really cool stuff. And their prices aren't bad. I mean, I think they've got different prices. Like something like there's one that's $20 or something for like a year or 3 years or something. I don't know. But it's cheap. It's like. Anyway, let's read what they're saying. After many confused HBL-617 and other aircraft with a spy balloon whose identity was confirmed to be Chinese, Flight Radar 24 issued a clarification on the matter. Flight Radar 24/7, which provides real-time aircraft traffic data and location services, displays a special message on its website to confirm whether a given aircraft is a Chinese balloon or not. Meanwhile, the HBL-617 balloon, whose path is currently visible on the website, is being followed by more than 3,600 people at the time of writing. So that shows you how much people were actually following it just because they wanted to see what's going on with this balloon. Flight Radar 24 has confirmed that HBL-617 currently over Alabama is not Chinese spy balloon that's in the news. Also read, warning drivers as secret spy cars to be sent out to catch motorists breaking the law in shattering the rules of the road. Yeah, that's one thing. The media loves to take things and just go with the thing because it's fear-mongering. Remember, the media's scripted, guys.
Propaganda.
Yeah, it's propaganda, exactly. It's scripted.
Same tactics the Nazis were using against the Jews and the Polish and that.
Yeah. Because it says, don't they have a zoom lens powerful enough to see if it is well written? Made in China. That's a good one. Oh man. Not sure. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. So anyway, yeah, they literally saying the high altitude balloon currently being tracked by NORAD over the United States is not broadcasting ADS-B and is not visible on Flight Radar 24. In the last part of some post, the Sweden-based tracking service explains that HBL-617 is a sounding balloon and not a surveillance balloon. So they keep on changing the story. So the confusion comes in. And then the balloon poses no threat. You see, they keep changing all the news of different sources. If you guys want to go read it, I'm going to post the link to you guys there. But the point is, it keeps changing. Different media outlets keep giving different stories for it. But
I sent
yeah,
you a screenshot at Flight Radar as well.
yes, you did. Yeah. Let's quickly get the radar up. If I can find my cursor. Excuse my children. It's sleep time, you know.
I thought my window were open.
My son and my daughter are fighting like cats and dogs today.
Are they fighting with the next door neighbour's dog? Because I can hear that.
But there we go, guys. This is the screenshot, and this is the tracker. 61,800 feet. Since when do you get a local aircraft flying at that height? Yeah.
68,000, about 35,000 feet.
Exactly, it's double. It's double what the airlines fly. Really, and they're saying it's not what it is. So they keep changing their stories. Okay, let's carry on. What the? Did you hear that? Okay. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Coming now, guys.
You hear the dogs now. That's funny.
There's not listening dogs now. Dogs are just letting them back constantly.
Chasing the dogs away and the baboons up to the roof as well.
No, the baboons here are my children. Hey, what? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. And Sandy's Banana Cam. Hey. Thank you for coming in, mate. Okay, guys, so this is from ABC Philadelphia. Let's see what they have to say about this whole situation.
Pentagon says it is tracking what's believed to be a Chinese spy balloon spotted flying over Montana.
No stress, man. You all get a wrench as long as I can trust you guys. But anyway, yeah, guys, saying the Pentagon is tracking the Chinese spy balloon. And yet, it's not just the Pentagon. We just literally got it on a tracker. So, it's not very stealthy, is it? This is where it comes to the argument, like, why would they send that as a spy balloon when they could use...
It only just gets noticed when it's going over Montana, like, what about it? It must have gone over other places as well.
Yeah,
There's meant to be nuclear silos, isn't there?
And Alan was saying today on Skype that, because he in Montana, he's there, he heard explosions and stuff and helicopters and stuff flying over him. He's got, I put some videos and links in Discord under Globe News Flatfoot. Okay, cool. So we'll definitely go and watch that as well, Alan. Under Globe News. Because he's actually in Montana, so...
Moment, it might be a floating bag full of viruses.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen, what it is actually. But we'll get to see these videos now, guys. Let's first watch these finished. Okay. Hey, Jess Palmer, good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Glad you could make it.
The FAA shut down the airport in Billings, Montana, as Air Force planes were called in case there was an order to shoot that balloon down.
Yeah, to shoot the balloon down. Obviously, they're not going to want to shoot it down because of a populated area and blah, 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 you know, the whole spiel. But also, how do you know it's just not the Americans' spy balloon? They just want to have an excuse not to spy on you guys. Very simple stuff. Hey, Owen, thank you for coming. I mean, it's easy. If you get caught, you start making excuses. No, it's not us. It's someone else. In the meantime, they're spying on their own people. It's been happened before. I mean, they've literally caught the CIA and everything doing illegal surveillance on everybody, and the FBI, but it's fine.
Look at that 77 Brigade thing that's just popped up, what we're going off during buggy virus in England.
Yeah.
Where the army were physically spying on English people on social media to see what they were saying about it.
Exactly. Big Brother.
Yeah, Big Brother.
Mm-hmm.
Military officials say it's flying above commercial aircraft space, and they say it poses no threat. Another official telling ABC News similar devices have been spotted over the past several years. Phil,
Yeah, similar devices like drones and everything. Really odd stuff. It's amazing how they would need to show that. But anyway, I wanted to bring up also some old NASA news. You know, like Echo. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the Echo, the balloon satellites. This is a great big picture of it. Owen, did you see Alex Jones hyping the whole balloon thing, talking about the secret EMP attack yesterday? No, I don't watch Alex Jones. He's just into fear mongering, so it doesn't. He doesn't really. I used to watch. To be honest, I used to watch Alex Jones a lot before I became a flat earther. But through the years, you just come and you realize he's just a fear monger, and he's actually just like the media. Hey Slip Radar, thank you for coming. Good to see you. But anyway, yeah, you see they had their own. This is the like in what 1964, guys. So even before the moon landings. So this is was shown undergoing the tensile stress test in a dirigible hangar in the Weeksville, North Carolina. Dirigible is a type of aerostat or lighter than aircraft. The 130-foot rigidized balloon satellite was balloon satellite, guys. Was sent into orbit as a passive communications experiment by NASA on January 25, 1964. When folded, the satellite was packed into the 41-inch diameter canister shown in the foreground. So I mean, if they did it as far as 1964, why would they not be doing it today? Capable of balloons going into orbit those days. I mean, think about it. The ISS is in low Earth orbit according to the heliocentrists. So this literally goes beyond low Earth orbit because it goes into orbit. Hi Xavier, thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. Okay. Let's go to the next one. And then I wanted to show you just NASA's site on scientific balloons. Because no one believes you when you say, but they're launching satellites on balloons all the time. Why are they using so much helium? And they say, oh no, but it's for the cooling systems. But look at all the projects they have just on balloons. I mean, it's all balloon projects, guys, for space. Look at that. That looks like a satellite. Everything is happening. Scientific balloon program reaches new heights. It literally carries on, and it carries on, and it carries on. I mean, wow. Super pressure balloon flight enables pioneering infrastructure study. Now, why would they need to use all these balloons when they could just have satellites reading all this data where they are?
See how they put it all in front of your face, but then try and take it away and deny it, just to keep you intrigued all the time.
And the funny thing that also happens, a lot of them are launched in Antarctica. Hey Mojo Shop, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Flataholics Anonymous, thank you for coming. He says, balloons can't fly from Australia to Europe in 40 minutes. I have a dish in my roof, on my roof the last 13 years facing directly north towards the equator. It's called geostationary. And yeah, balloons can literally be they can stay in the same position. Did I ever thought of that? Ever thought that balloons can just be relay stations to actual ground stations? They could just be relaying signals? People don't actually think, do they? They just believe satellites.
No, it's not common nowadays for people to think.
I mean, think about it. If you guys buy, I mean, let's say like the Chinese, for instance, when you buy something made in China, how long does it last?
Well,
Not long.
it's not known. I was going to say it's not known for its longevity.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And how much thousands of Chinese satellites are there supposed to be in space? And they're all still working year after year.
Just back to the satellite dishes. Just because you've got a satellite dish pointing in that direction, don't mean that it's getting any signals from the satellite.
No.
Well, shouldn't that satellite dish be moving about to follow the satellite?
Yeah, but if it's geostationary, it stays in the same place.
Yeah, I suppose it was geostationary, different.
But I mean, I've actually taken videos where the same complex or house or something has two dishes facing in opposite directions and they both catch signal. I mean, really. Hey, Jeff Gassett, good to see you. Thank you for coming. A balloon can't stay fixed in one spot for 13 years. No, they get balloons.
They swap them out.
Yeah, it's literally on a cycle. So if they say, okay, this one's time is due to come now, because I mean it stays up 3 months to a year, a balloon. I think in a year you can have planned to get a relay swap for it.
Well, like such as Sky TV in England claims to have 3 satellites. What it's picking up. So like when one's ready to come down, just swap it for another balloon. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
there's absolutely no evidence what that guy's claiming.
Exactly. I mean, what about weather balloons?
And there's a lot of room in the world to launch them from, so you don't you wouldn't necessarily see them doing it. Do you know what I mean?
Yep. Where's Wally? You can see geostationary satellites using a basic telescope. I do. It's super easy, barely an inconvenience. Great. So
I can see what they call satellites with my naked eye if I go out on the night.
And you see the light. Yeah. No. By the way, guys, Where's Wally's video is almost done. Hopefully tomorrow out on Monday, where he just proved a flat Earth and that rockets don't fly at the speeds they think they claim. So thanks, Where's Wally, for debunking your globe again. Yeah, but it's good to see you.
Miserably when he was trolling Mitchell. So.
Oh well, the Wolfpack don't really do good jobs at anything, do they?
Not really.
The Wolfpack does actually very bad jobs at arguments.
They should call him Dumpack.
But anyway. But anyway, it's amazing, like I'm saying, they're launching so much balloons into space, but they don't need to for some odd reason, they still do. I mean, this can go on ages and ages and ages of just... Now you know where all the helium goes, guys. Okay, so let's go and we watch them. This is now NASA. This was an old one. NASA, How Balloon Research. You see, we're streaming. Now it's going to start doing this nonsense. Into the break. How's it going, mates? I'm going to go and download it. Let's do the download stuff. And my space is so full on my computer, I really have to get a hard drive very urgently. I'm deleting stuff constantly. Okay. Download. Let's download it. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay, so we can go out this one. Thank you. Okay, let me just maybe pause and mute the sound just quickly for this intro stuff, you know. Mr. Terrible, thank you for coming. Good to see you. Altitude balloon was reported at 66,000 feet. 16,000 feet above the jet stream. It was reported it was traveling on. Okay. But thank you for coming.
Well, you can't, you know, they tell you there's these jet streams up there, like, but unless you go up there and see for yourself, there could be jet streams higher than that, you don't know.
Yeah, how are you going to go and actually validate that claim? That's the problem.
Yeah, there's loads of types of airflow up there.
Yeah. Look how happy this guy is with his NASA balloons. Cha 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 cha. Hey, I work for NASA. I get paid a healthy sum. Hey, Shelly, good to see you. Thank you for coming. So he's very happy.
Hi, I'm Matt, and this is NASA Now.
I'm gonna just. Hi, I'm Matt, and this is NASA Now. Why do you download the video? Not sure I have to because it buffers. And it's only when we stream that this happens, by the way. Not all the time, just most of the times.
Have you ever wondered why some balloons rise?
Yeah, density. Next. No, they can't get this. They can't get their own story straight. It's terrible. But just saying, we can't actually validate their claims. And it's much easier. I mean, look at the whole altitude balloons where the amateurs. You can literally hear wind at those altitudes. Why are you hearing wind in something that's supposed to have no jet streams? Doesn't make sense, correct?
And others
Yeah, density again. Thanks.
fall to the ground? Well, today we're going to learn how NASA takes enormous specialized balloons to extraordinary heights. That's ahead. First, here's what's happening at NASA Now.
I love his spunk. He's very dedicated. He probably thought this is my chance, guys. I'm gonna get a big Hollywood role. Just play this up for NASA. Smile as big as I can with my white pearly teeth.
It'll put me in the next Star Trek.
Not sure. The balloon went up because of gravity. Yeah, that's what they say. The problem is, if you have to take it to the gravity of today, the ground is moving up, not the balloon. So the balloon is just standing still.
Could you imagine if that physics were true, that the ground was moving up and we had gravity? That'd be brilliant, wouldn't
The
it?
one thing I don't get is how can a sphere be going up in all directions?
Well, yeah.
But yeah, they think in fourth dimension, so something that doesn't exist.
The epic battle between birds and pigs moves to space. NASA, in cooperation with Rovio Entertainment, released a real winner with the creation of Angry Bird.
Oh, they work together. Why is NASA working on entertainment? Makes one wonder.
Space, space, space. The game came about because of simple Twitter exchange.
Ah, look who's it, our famous John Petit. And he's playing with eggs in space. Where's Sleeping Warrior? Sleeping Warrior, if you see, you must talk to Don Petit. He's playing with eggs in space.
About birds and pigs in space and has grown into an overnight hit. The game incorporates concepts of
Okay, we don't need
human
to see the game. We literally want to see your...
Balloons have been a part of NASA research for decades. Here to tell us about the huge role balloons play in NASA's high-altitude science is Debbie Fairbrother, Chief Technologist in the Balloon Program Office at the Wallops Flight Facility in Virginia.
Thank you. Yeah, he does look kind of like an Eddie Murphy kind of guy. Yeah, it makes you think, why do they have so much balloons? Obviously, it's much cheaper, as you were saying before, Michael. But
Why spend loads of money into space when they've got balloons doing the exact same thing?
exactly, that's what I say. Balloons make satellites obsolete. Yeah. Why would you spend 10 times the amount of money on something that can be 10 times cheaper to do exactly the same thing? So it's easy, guys. It's like when you get someone that's committing fraud. They create a contract up that says, I'm giving you this product, this is the why it's this amount, and in the end of the day, you're still paying for that product, but they're giving you a cheaper alternative. That's it. Doing the same thing, just giving you a cheaper alternative. balloons make satellites obsolete. But the reason they need to have this like this is because space violates the natural law of thermodynamics. You cannot go to space as a vacuum. Yeah, satellites are not balloons, Moxie, exactly. That's why they're called Sataloons. Oh, wow. Ooh, listen to the music they put on. Kind of makes you like they're making fun of you, don't you think? Let's
Yeah, it is a bit comical.
NASA's been using balloons for science research for over 30 years.
Over 30 years.
The exploration that can be done on balloons is continuing to grow as we add the sophistication into our balloons and our pointing systems. Balloons are low cost, and traditionally we get our payloads back.
Ah, so they can get their payloads back. Yep, traditionally. Cool. That's why you got so much people on the payroll to go and fetch payloads. Now, when we see satellites so-called get decommissioned, what happens? They fall in the ocean? Correct?
Mhm.
Usually in Point Nemo. And then they just say, no, they were decommissioned, that's why they fell there. No, it's because they don't literally go to space. It's easy to fool people to make them think that something's going to space. Just dumping it in Point Nemo and having the actual real Sataloon up in the sky. Yeah, okay, Ferment, good to see you. Clown music is appropriate.
So you can work on a technology development where you're testing something, getting it back, recover, refly again.
Describe the balloons used by NASA. I just wish they can stop with all the music. Got a lot of music on you. Okay.
The most common balloon that we use
Yeah.
is called a zero pressure balloon. It's called a zero pressure balloon because there's zero differential pressure at the base of the balloon.
Oh, zero differential pressure. That's actually very interesting. So that means it can go at quite a high altitude and not pop. Interesting, eh?
Our zero pressure balloons are made out of thin polyethylene film, like a sandwich wrap material. The standard balloon that I fly is about 606.
I mean, look at all the trouble they go to create these balloons. Think about the people that's actually got the contracts to make the balloons for them. Making good money.
Still cheaper than going into space, though, isn't it?
Yeah, much cheaper. I mean, how much millions of dollars do they get on tax a day?
And they're a business, aren't they? Like, no business waste money.
Exactly. That's what I said. You're not clever if you're going to just go for the more to use as much money as possible. You're literally going to make sure you're saving money. NASA requires helium to support the International Space Station program as well as the Space Launch System and Orion programs that support Artemis, this agency's mission to the moon, September 29, 2022. That's the narrative, space reality. That's what they claim, yeah. But they say nothing about the balloons, although they are right open in your face talking about balloons. So where is the balloons in that statement? Yeah, because they don't want people actually to know about the balloons, to be honest.
60 feet long when it's made. So when it's inflated, it's over 400 feet tall by 440 feet wide. Think of a dome stadium. That's how big my balloons are when they reach float.
Wow.
That's
That's huge.
That's massive.
That's huge. So that's about the size of the ISS, guys. Yeah.
About the height of the London Eye and that, yeah.
Hectic. Do they believe a trimix on the ISS? Yeah, I think they do have a mixture.
The superpressure is a technology development that is intended to give us long duration at mid-latitudes. So the superpressure balloon is designed as a constant volume system. So the change in temperature between day and night is not impacted by a change in volume, it's a change in pressure.
Yeah, you see, because they're all linked to each other. They're proportional to one another. So they had to work around that situation. Hey Vaynand, good to see you. Thank you for coming. And Bluepool Devolution, thank you for coming. Good to see you. Yeah, I would also say some satellites are drones. Just like the ISS, I would say is rather a drone. I wouldn't say it's at the 403 kilometers as claimed. I would say it's a drone that's smaller at lower altitude, so it can have the appearance that it's supposed to be there, because they just took the percentage and they worked it out to be at lower altitudes. Why? Because it's at lower altitude and it's actually really smaller, and you measure it to be that angular size and velocity, you're automatically going to think, yeah, it's the ISS at that place. But in the meantime, it's just a smaller craft going slower at low altitudes. Hey, Better Than Gold, thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. Jolly Man, hey, hey. SI Man, also good to see you guys. 50 in chat. If you guys haven't already, please do hit that like button and share. It does help to get the show out to more people.
Or differential pressure in the balloon. So that goes into the ideal gas law, where you...
Oh, now there's ideal gas law. What the Globers always claim with me? We don't use ideal gas law. No, ideal gas law is rubbish. Oh. But NASA uses it.
They're walking contradictions anyway, you know.
Oh, wow.
Have one system in two states. If I have constant volume, as my temperature decreases, my differential pressure is going to decrease.
Ouch. And that's how the atmosphere works, guys. Whoopsie. NASA just debunked your own argument about your atmospheric anomalies that you guys claim why we don't have pressure gradients. Yeah, they just literally explain pressure gradients to you in like 2 seconds. Yeah. How do the balloons float?
We use helium as our lifting gas for our balloons. Helium is lighter than air. So the mass of the air it displaces is greater than the mass of the balloon plus the mass of the helium.
Yeah, so the air around it can support it. It has a larger pressure. Relative density disequilibrium. Thank you. So what is pressure? It forces it up. Whoopsie.
How we get it to go up is we have to put extra helium in the balloon on the ground. That gives us a positive upward force for the balloon system to rise through the atmosphere. And once the balloon actually reaches the float altitude, then that extra helium we put in for the lift...
The release. Yeah. Look how flat that horizon is. NASA! Well done. You guys are doing brilliant jobs tonight by debunking the heliocentric model for us. See, we don't even need to really do anything. We just need to sit and watch NASA do it themselves. Hey, Lumpy Guess. Good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming.
Is vented out. Now, when I have the balloon at float altitude, one of the things that's important is temperature. A balloon is a thermal vehicle. If I have the sun go away, my gases will cool and my balloon will start to lose lift. Think about when you've had a Mylar balloon for a week or two and it's kind of looks deflated. You actually go and get your hair dryer and heat up the gas.
It expands. Speaking of that, I think it was last weekend. Yeah, we went to shops and they were busy having a promotion. They gave the children balloons. Well, my one daughter's balloon was just a bit more inflated than my son and my other daughter's one. And we had to put it in the car and it was quite hot. So we went in the shop, came back, and to find my son's balloon and my one daughter's balloon has expanded to almost looking like it's going to explode because it's so hot in the car. And my oldest daughter's one did explode. So when we got home, climbed out the hot car, it cooled down, this balloon shrank. Exactly what she's talking about. Gas behavior, Globetards. Gas behavior.
Inside, it's going to reinflate. That's because you've got a constant volume and you're increasing the temperature, it's going to expand.
Exactly. Hey, Space Miner, good to see you. Thank you for coming. They're literally debunking their gravity argument holds gas down here as well. So this is actually a very good video to explain gas behavior and why we have pressure gradients. Thank you. You're doing a great job.
Our 40 million cubic foot volume balloon can lift up to 6,000 pounds. That's like 1.5 Ford Explorers.
That is quite a hectic amount, guys. So easily what they need for their space travel. Hey, Smokes, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it.
Imagine picking up Mom's SUV and launching it into the stratosphere.
This should be interesting.
The balloon travels with the wind, so Mother Nature's in charge. Really depends on where we're flying from and our safety constrictions on how far it'll go. When I fly in the United States, I fly from, say, Fort Sumner, New Mexico, and I'll fly to the west into Arizona. Now, if I go down to Antarctica...
And they do a lot in Antarctica, guys. Michael, this Robertson, do you want to watch that?
Is that somebody just mentioned? When he called up talking about Sophia.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was brilliant.
It's on that channel, so that's why I linked it.
Yeah. There we go. Planet Veritas, guys. Do subscribe. Definitely well worth it. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Hey, Mikey Smith, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. Okay, let's carry on.
Where there's very low population densities, the balloon will actually spiral around the pole and come back around. So that, depending on the latitude we're flying at, can be up to 5,000 miles. So now hopefully you won't think...
Yeah, because of air currents. Thank you very much, because of air currents. Yeah. Spiraling around because of air currents.
Think of a balloon just as a party favor, and it actually can be a really cool vehicle for science research.
Now that you know more about the science behind balloons, see how much lift a regular balloon can generate.
Oh, this should be interesting. How much lift can a regular balloon?
Teachers, your students can think and act like teams of scientists and engineers as they follow the 8 steps of the engineering design process to create a helium balloon system.
We obviously don't need to see that, but yeah. I think that was actually quite cool. Thank you, NASA. Yeah, NASA, not astronaut science actors. Michelle Frost, wow. Awesome, thank you for coming. Good to see you. Glad you could make it. Okay, let's see if this video is going to work or if I have to download this one as well. There's, guys, they're literally showing you there. They are launching in Antarctica from the NASA Glenn Research Center balloon mission launch. Now, why would they need to launch these things in a very low populated area? I know, because they wouldn't want people to know about it, would they?
So nobody can see it.
Exactly.
Right.
And I mean, look, it's got solar panels and everything on it. There's a reason for that, guys, because it's got to be up there for a prolonged period of time. As long as possible. I mean, you get people at NASA working on this now, and they think, yeah, I'm working on a satellite. It's going to be awesome. I worked on this part. I supplied the solar panel here, or I supplied the bolts for this. So,
Yeah, I made the for that.
so space is real, guys. Well, my uncle works at NASA, and he did the wiring on this module. Yeah. Literally, you built a Sataloon for a high altitude balloon. So not proving space is real, just proving you guys are what they call suggestible, gullible.
Fully gullible.
Mm-hmm. And that's what NASA and them prey off of, is gullible people. Think about when they brought the let's do this quickly.
That's why you get kids at school, get them young because of the naivety.
Pictures of Pluto. I mean, remember when they brought the picture of Pluto out? Literally got the Pluto embossed on here. But people still believe Pluto to be real. You get it? They're mocking the people, but they still believe it.
It's just ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. And I mean, the latest one is, I gotta get this one quickly. Oh, thank you. This guy's still, iffy pilot, he's still messaging me constantly, trying to debunk the flat earth, guys. Look at this latest one. Mars formation bears a striking resemblance. Mars is a bizarre alien world, but orbits reveal that some parts of it appear strangely familiar. Remember the face on Mars? Well, here's a new spin on it, as a NASA orbiter returned a picture that bears a striking resemblance to something else that we see here on Earth. In the heavy cratered highlands of Mars' southern hemisphere, near the middle of a region known as Terra Serenum, there's a small, seemingly unremarkable impact site. That is, until you take a closer look at it. How gullible do you have to be to believe this bullshit?
Oh goodness, it looks more like a penguin than a polar bear anyway.
Yeah, and I mean, they believe this.
Ridiculous.
They
man.
literally go and believe this idiocy. I mean, they can show probably Obama's butt to them, and they say, "Oh, yeah, no, Obama's butt is probably a new planet discovered."
What did Michał Kaku say on that when they were talking about Earth's car? That we know more about Mars or something than we do Earth.
Yep, exactly. It's sad. Hey, Dr. E, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. But yeah, that's the whole point. These guys are all gullible and they just have to believe it. Oh, man. I don't know how much more in their face it has to be. And I mean, these guys get paid quite a lot of money doing this.
Alright.
Cosmic Guru, let's put this up on screen. Okay, let's see. Metal spheres fall from space in Africa. Okay. Maybe. Okay, there we go. Let's see. December 27th, 2011, okay? An unidentified metal sphere has fallen from the sky in Namibia, Africa. According to the Agence France Presse news agency, AFP, it slammed into the ground hard enough to create a hole 13 inches deep. AFP reported the object was made of a metal alloy known to man and measured about 43 inches in circumference. It's a hollow and appears to be two holes welded together. Local authorities contact NASA and European Space Agency for help in identifying the mysterious object. Although the object was found in November, authorities wanted to conduct testing to determine whether the object was dangerous before making any announcements to the public. Sounds like they're hiding something. Why wouldn't you want to just make announcements to the public? Police Deputy Inspector General Vito whatever told the AFP it's not an explosive device, but rather hollow. But we had to investigate all this first. This isn't the first time one of these metallic balls has fallen from the sky, creating a ruckus. Similar cases have been reported for decades. Cases such as this used to be investigated by the US military as part of the Project Moondust. Oh, whose mission was to retrieve foreign space debris. The editor and UFO researcher, oh man. Some of the Project Moondust documents declassified by the Defense Intelligence Agency, DIA, included reports of mysterious metallic spheres in many countries around the world, like Bolivia, Chad, and New Zealand. Other similar cases not in the DIA documents were reported in Argentina and Mexico. I wonder if we can actually play this. Yeah, it's playable. Sorry, adverts. That was an advert. Yeah, Michelle Frost, it's not a spy balloon. It probably is, but what I'm thinking it is the spy balloon of the US, not of the Chinese. So they're trying to make excuses on why they're spying on their own citizens. I think that's what's going on. It's playing the blame game.
Yeah, they've been doing it for years anyway, and it's just a more elaborate way of doing it.
Yep, exactly.
It's propaganda for another Cold War with China, that's all.
Oh, this is Mysterious Balloon. Let's see what this is. Okay, it's got music, so I can't really. The US is tracking a suspected Chinese surveillance balloon. Oh, it's the same one. Over Billings, Montana. The balloon has been floating around for a couple of days, but the Pentagon decided not to shoot it down. A senior defense official said to the US has high confidence that the balloon was floating over the sites. In sensitive locations in Montana included one of the country's 3 nuclear missile silo fields. One Montana resident, Chase Doak, shot the footage of the balloon in the sky. I was looking in the window like I normally do. Okay, you can probably hear this guy.
I just spotted out of the corner of my eye. And at first I thought it was a star, but I thought that was kind of crazy because it was broad daylight.
Yeah.
And when I looked at it, it was just too big to be a star.
Okay. China said the item is actually... What the... Did I press the wrong button now? Sorry guys. I don't know if it's another advert for that or just another video. Oh, there we go. China says... Okay, it doesn't want to work, guys. Anyway, China said something about it. Maybe I just have to redo it. No, it just changes the video every time. But I think...
No doubt.
Yeah, but I know China's just going to say it wasn't them. Simple as that. I think it's a satellite loon that's just altitude, possibly due to the extreme cold, possibly the lost hull, the firmament, but I don't know. Hey Matthew Eastman, thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. Yeah, look, there's so much things we can speculate on what it's doing and why it's there. Who knows? Could be many things, but...
It's got to be deliberate, because if there's another, then that means like that it's not like one's gone faulty and come down lower than it should have done.
Yeah, but I mean, how much times in history has people like the CIA and FBI and guys been caught literally spying on civilians? Why wouldn't they now have balloons doing that as well? You understand? And also, like I said in the beginning of the show, if it was the Chinese or something, why wouldn't they use a satellite that's undetectable instead of having a balloon that people can actually see? It doesn't make sense. Then it goes against what it means, what a spy satellite is. I think the people were taking chances with the satellite, this Sataloon, because that's what they actually use. And someone just by chance caught it, and now they're facing some huge precautions because of that, so they have to make different stories up. So now it's China, guys. Because, I mean, they're already not going to say Russia. Because there's already problems there. So now they have to find someone else to blame. Hey, Skeptic936, thank you for coming. That video doesn't want to work. Maybe if I copy it and paste it. Let's see. Copy. Satellite crashes in Brazil. I remember this. Ooh. There we go. Look at that, guys. Da da da. Yeah. Really odd stuff. I mean, is this stuff really supposed to be happening if you got satellites in space? Why is there a balloon attached to it? You know, they just made excuses about this later on. They just said, oh, but it was just a normal weather satellite. A weather balloon. Yeah, of course you'd make, say, excuses like weather balloon while it's got NASA planted on it. It's like, what? Yeah. Since when is NASA doing weather stuff for the weather channels? Is that how it works? Does NASA do everything for everybody? Oh man. The space Sataloon. Yeah guys, you can't go to space. Look at that.
No, it comes to you.
It comes to you. Good one.
Mhm.
Oh man. Where's Wally says, Sataloons exist, but that doesn't disprove satellites are orbiting. It makes it obsolete. Hey MC Scorpio, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. Look at this, Where's Wally? If you have to pay $180,000 to have a Sataloon, or $10.5 million for a satellite, and then still cost a whole bunch of more millions to $1 billion to just get it up there, which one are you going to take? I think I know who, if you're a businessman, which option you would take.
Yeah, makes ones that supposedly go into space not economical.
It's not economic at all. I mean, you can literally buy 20 of these Sataloons for the price of just creating one satellite, and you haven't even taken it up to space yet. You understand? It's like, it's just nonsensical. No matter how in love with space you are, you're not going to make that much sacrifice. You're shooting your own business in the foot when you do something like that. But yeah.
Orbits require R as well.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, it does require a radius. And thanks to Black Swan, definitely not. There's another one, guys.
A lot of stuff on the globe require R, which they'll never get.
Killer, that Black Swan, isn't it?
It is,
Definitely.
It is.
Yes,
Well named.
Michigan family surprised when satellite object crashes. Okay, let's see.
Here's a wild story for you. Samsung launched a satellite with supermodel Cara Delevingne's face.
Samsung. I remember this one. Yeah, they were talking about the Samsung satellite.
A satellite just for selfies. That's brilliant.
Let's download it because it's seeming to give me problems again. YouTube download. Let's do this. Okay, Michigan. Let's watch. This should be better.
Well, here's a wild story for you. Samsung launched a satellite with supermodel Cara Delevingne's face on it, and a few days later, what appears to be that same satellite crash landed in a Michigan yard. Nancy Monkey Welke.
It says space satellite. Space selfie. Where's Wally? A satellite that ever does things a Sataloon doesn't. Himawari, for example, been working for years flawlessly. Once in space, they work with little cost. Himawari is fake. Yeah. Hey Tiger Bear, good to see you. Thank you very much. Staloons are Sataloons. Yeah. Sataloons are Sataloons. Agreed. Where's Wally? Himawari 8 is literally just high altitude balloons, mate. Taking photos and then they take 10 minutes to render it. That's all it does. I was watching a thing today. It was actually interesting, like the Hubble telescope. NASA claims the Hubble telescope is not powerful enough to see the things on the moon, so they wouldn't waste their time pointing it to the moon to see the landing sites and all that. but it's strong enough to see stars and galaxies trillions of miles away.
I'm from billions of years ago.
Yeah, back in time as well.
Yeah, but you understand, that's the excuse for not pointing it to the moon. It would be a waste of time for them. It's like, what? Okay, good one.
Did this video to her Facebook page today, writing, "Look what fell out of the sky." Well, it turns out it was the first selfie ever to be sent into space. According to Samsung, this promotional event was part of their goal to give everyone the chance to get their face into space.
And they couldn't get to space. Why? Because space doesn't exist. Thank you for that one. Okay. Okay, now I've got another video here we can actually watch.
I'd rather have a science balloon than a science.
Oh man. Another one I have to download. Okay. I think someone's watching us.
Story of your life.
I think someone's watching us. Because whenever I'm live, this happens if it's a good show.
Only time my YouTube don't work is when you are streaming.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's really odd.
Yeah, I find it strange. And it's not because of me lack of internet speed, because I've got good internet.
Yeah. I mean,
I'd
and
rather
I can tell you, everything shows stable by me. Nothing's showing unstable anyway.
have a
It's
science
that,
balloon
which
than a
one is it?
science satellite. With a balloon, there's
StreamYard.
no need.
That's well for me.
Sorry?
I'm saying StreamYard doesn't work well for me. The rest of it does. Element, Discord, not so well, not
Yeah.
so good, but StreamYard doesn't work well for me. Don't know why.
Okay, I'm going to start the video again. Let's do this.
I'd rather have a science balloon than a science satellite. With a balloon, there's no need for rockets. To get a satellite to hover over the same spot on Earth, geostationary orbit, you have to be 36,000 kilometers away, too far to use some sensors, like
Yeah, already making sense why they would rather use a balloon then. So tick 1 for balloon.
radar. A balloon can sit 1,000 times closer in the stratosphere, 30 to 40 kilometers above the Earth, and still be above 99% of the atmosphere with clear views of the stars or wide panoramas of Earth.
Panoramas, yeah, wide angles, guys. That's not actual curve, just to let you know.
I was confused then. I wasn't too sure. I was doubting my religion.
Oh, wow.
You can bring down a balloon, tinker with onboard scientific equipment, and then launch again. Satellites, not so much. Cost is also a factor. NOAA's 4 new geostationary weather satellites are estimated to cost $11 billion.
$11 billion. Take that into, just take that, guys. $11 billion for 4 weather satellites. Billion.
That's just mental.
That's 9 zeros, guys.
They'll still say they're sending them up and take your money, even though they're using Sataloons.
Yeah. Now look at the difference between that and a Sataloon cost.
Whereas a balloon flight might cost just a few $100,000.
$300,000 compared to $11 billion.
I know it's more economical.
My money's on balloons.
Now, if you had to take a pitch to a company and you had to pitch 2 ideas, which idea would they be taking? The one that cost $11 billion and hopes it's always going to work? Or the one that costs $300,000 that you can do this 500 times over and still be cheaper and still replace parts if need be? It's crazy. I can't believe people actually still believe this nonsense.
Okay.
NASA's been flying balloons for
Project
a long
Echo.
time, but without any steering capabilities, they drift in the wind across continents. Now, private industry is getting in the balloon game
Mm.
with new technologies that are enabling balloons to hover over one spot.
Haha! So geostationary, guys. These are geostationary satellites. Hover over one spot.
That's it.
These balloons rise and fall in the stratosphere, catching countervailing breezes that allow them to stay roughly in the same place.
Mm-hmm.
What can a balloon with a scientific payload do? It can look down at the Earth.
Ooh, like see weather patterns? You know, like your weather balloon, like your weather satellites. Does exactly the same job.
Checking on storms or animal migrations, it can look out into space, peering at the surface of the sun or collecting cosmic rays.
Ooh. Yeah. So it does everything that a satellite says to do. So where's Wally? Why are you still pushing a satellite again? That only satellites can do this rubbish? It literally makes a satellite obsolete. Literally. Oh, wow.
It can even do things in the stratosphere, like studying how ice crystals could reflect sunlight and cool the planet. How do you keep a balloon stable enough to use a telescope? Gyroscopes can help keep a platform pointed.
There's your answers. I love how they're answering everything here for us.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, gyroscopes make a huge difference. You do know they can use gyroscopes on the receivers antennas as well. So it literally, if it's moving, it still keeps the same signal. Oh man, cosmic rays. Yeah, jolly man.
At its target, even as it sits in a twisting gondola. But this isn't an ad for scientific balloons. There are a few caveats. For example, while satellites last for years, the longest balloon flights have been a few months.
Few months is more than enough. Think about it. But I think the record for the longest flight balloon is, what, 360 days?
Almost a year.
Almost a year has been the longest recorded flight balloon. So, I mean, even let's say one that stays on average 3 months up. You are still over, how much years is it going to take you to get to that 11 billion?
It would take a little while.
Yeah, it's going to take a whole bunch of years. The guy's not even going to be around anymore. The guy that started the whole thing. By the time it gets to 11 billion, he's died ages ago. You know what I mean? It's like you will never see the day that it's ever gone over 11 billion. And by that time, they've got new technologies that's already helping make it cheaper as well. Exactly, Original D-Rose. Good to see you. The Wonderful World of Narnia, NASA.
Hello.
Wandering stars have a field day with Sataloon like popping infinite bubbles. Good one, Fatality.
And what goes up needs to come down, so most balloons come with parachutes that can bring their payloads down gently.
Wow, that's gentle. Thank you, science. There we go. So should I open Discord for if anybody wants to come and talk about this? Are you guys keen? Michael and
You know me on Discord, I don't like it, but if you want to talk now, I will go over there. If somebody's in.
if we get someone in, I'm gonna go open the Discord chat, see if anybody's in the mood to chat. So guys, Discord chat is now open. If anybody wants to come and talk about the subject and present, be great. My Discord channel, if you're not connected, is in the description link below.
Yeah, it was funny. Last night, he was dying to get in Discord as well last night, and he got in at the very last minute. Yeah.
While we're waiting for someone, we can look at NASA. Heavy lift balloon test. They got so much of these tests. Looking at the moon. It's amazing. Everything they're supposed to be doing with satellites, they're doing with balloons.
Mm.
So why would one need a satellite again?
Especially that much cheaper.
Ballooning expectations. New approach for astronomy. Decades ago, when he was in grade school, Christopher Walker stepped outside with his father to see the NASA's illuminized Echo balloon cross the nighttime sky in Earth's orbit. That early space spectacle stuck with him. He explains an unknowing was reflection on his future. Fast forward several decades today, Walker is a professor of astronomy and associate professor of optical sciences and electrical engineering in the University of Arizona in Tucson. Walker's winning NASA innovative advanced concept NIAC phase 2 proposal in 2014 investigated and prospect for a 33-foot suborbital large balloon reflector, or LBR for short, to scan the universe, looking up from a height of some 120,000 feet above the Earth. The sensor-laden LBR can serve as a telescope. Walker's telescope could consist of an inflatable half aluminium-sized spherical reflector deployed within a much larger carrier stratospheric balloon, about the size of a football field. The outer balloon would double as a protective structure, or radome, once it is positioned. Looking down and out, the LBR's mission could involve Earth's remote sensing and carrying out precision looks at the space edge, or limb. So blah blah. It's literally doing what Wally claimed balloons don't do. Thank you. Shows you that Wolfpack isn't a very bright bunch, are they? So anybody, you can come into Discord and chat. You're more than welcome. Tiger Bear, where does your authority derive from? What authority is he talking about?
It's just obviously you can see that we're not talking about scripture. You know what I mean? So it's just solid chat.
Probably. Satellites are just balloons. 121 votes, guys. Yes, 63%. No, 37%.
No.
All Wally knows is how to do is fail. Exactly. So yeah, I hope to have that video of his out tomorrow or Monday. I did start doing it today and recording it and all that. I'm busy editing it. It's not a long one though, so it's quite quick. But it makes the point out how he's debunked the globe and, well, validated that it's a flat Earth. It's got to kill your soul knowing it's flat, but still for the globe. I agree. Awesome for yeah. Oh wow. Maybe we can find some more videos on the Sataloons.
Yeah, you better find Google Loon ones probably.
Yeah.
Google Loon.
Which coincidentally sends up 60 Sataloons, same amount as SpaceX satellites.
Google Loons.
And they're both doing the same thing.
Google Loons.
Google Loons.
How do you spell that? Google Loons. Does it still have the E?
Oh, see. Google.
Google Loons. Google Loons. Google, maybe like Google Loons. Google Loons. I don't know. Inside Google's widely ambitious internet balloon project. Wow. Okay, that's interesting.
Sounded like you were praying in tongues there, man.
Google Loons. Let's see.
Them dogs are persistent, aren't
The Explorer, he does bark, yeah. But it's a Jack Russell. Jack Russells love to bark.
they? Oh yeah, they do.
That's what my neighbour's dogs are both Jack Russells, and they're always barking. And they're nasty and all.
Yucky little buggers.
I think they're cute, but they're quite naughty stuff.
Mm.
Okay, I'm gonna download this as well, just so we don't have to really struggle when we watch.
It was 61 in chat tonight.
Yeah, it was at 65 at a stage, so it's actually quite good. Hi Hillary M, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Yeah, Sataloons, and you can laugh all you want because that's exactly what it is. We're literally going through it, and we are actually enjoying the chat. We're laughing at it because it makes your belief in satellites obsolete. No need for them. Why would you need satellites if you can have something that's like a fraction of the cost, not even a fraction of the cost, and it does everything that your satellite claims to do? And it doesn't violate the laws.
Inside the massive hangars at Moffett Federal Airfield, Google is attempting to do something that balloon experts deemed impossible: deliver high-speed internet access to the most remote corners of the globe.
Why didn't they just use satellites? Oh, yeah. Google X, just like SpaceX, Google X. Oh, man.
The first 60 or so balloons we launched all burst.
60? Wow. Why didn't you guys contact NASA? They would have told you how to do it. I mean, you guys do have contacts with NASA, don't you? How do ships in the oceans have comma without cell towers? Easy. Sataloons, Hillary. We're literally explaining it to you. Got balloons in the sky. They act as relay stations. You know how a relay station works.
They got to altitude, which was very sort of disheartening.
This is something that has never been asked of balloons before, to be reliable and to do what we expect them to.
That's a lie. So this is just a marketing cap. Asking something of balloons that have never been asked to do before. You think these guys didn't actually contact NASA beforehand? You're telling me that Google does not contact NASA about balloons? Something's odd there. But then again, they need to create drama for it, don't you think? Because they need to be pioneers. So they have to make it sound as difficult as possible. I need satellites for submarines for waves that are particles. What?
Yeah, I read that. I didn't get it.
First of all, a satellite's not supposed to pick up a submarine. A submarine's supposed to be not picked up at all under the water. That's what a submarine is made for.
That's true.
Oh, do these people think before they say anything? Satellites can be seen from the ground. Yeah, Sataloons. Good on you, Hillary. And drones. You get drones and Sataloons, not satellites.
Before it was just.
Sorry?
How does that even prove out satellites can be seen from ground? I can see little lights in the sky moving about all night with my naked eye.
Yep. But I mean,
so funny.
There's so much things you can see in your telescope. The problem with these guys is they all have, like I was saying before, suggestibility. They're all gullible. So they have the belief that it's got to be this thing. So because it's told them that it's this, it is just that. Google has shut down their Sataloons program too, by the way. Yeah, they did, because they don't need it anymore. We have what we call the cables under the oceans, the data cables. The fiber works brilliantly. So why would we need the balloons up in the sky? Instead of going to a place... Yeah?
95% of our world's data through them cables.
Exactly. So why would they need to bother with the sky when they can just have it on the ground?
Definitely.
95% cables, 5% Sataloons.
Exactly. So this is kind of a duh moment, Wally. Stating
Get
the
back
obvious.
Standing upside down, Wally.
Sort of like a vehicle to gain knowledge.
So why do I have a dish on my house? You should probably go wash the dish. Maybe it's dirty. Hey Spuddy, good to see you. Thank you for coming. On a serious note, Hillary, because you have to have a receiving port. That's why. It's very simple stuff. It's called relay stations. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a relay station. That's why conifers near me block my signal.
Mm-hmm. I mean, remember that thing that Nathan, I think, was showed like 2 years ago with that woman working for the BBC, where literally improved the signal. It went like 200 kilometers. It's 100 kilometers further than it was supposed to go or something. And they actually told to change her story because it's not supposed to work that way. Where's Wally? Into the break. You can see a 100-meter long rocket from 188 kilometers away. Yes, where's Wally? Because the Earth is flat. Yes. Oh wow. This guy literally doesn't understand. When he makes the argument against perspective, he uses perspective to make it. That's how clever this guy is. Hillary, get cable. Alan.
Yeah. Definitely get cable.
Actually, adjusting the altitude in these balloons.
This balloon has a constant volume, and there is helium in it, right? So the helium brings the balloon up. And now, if we want to change altitude, we have another balloon inside the balloon that we fill with air. And as we add more air in there, the mass is going to increase, and the balloon is going to go down.
Okay, this is called Hans.
So they're showing you how they literally get it to change altitudes with a balloon.
And we named it that because there was a Saturday Night Live skit which was Hans and Franz that's going to pump you up. And what it does is it's a little fan, and it pumps air into the balloon. It's easy to steer the balloon by picking up different winds and different wind directions at different altitudes.
Yeah, because there's what they literally just showed the air currents. Yeah, there we go. Remember when they showed? They actually took it off, but they used to show on that same site the IE map with the wind currents. Remember that? And then it actually shows it makes more sense than what it's showing on the globe. On the globe, it's all erratic and going around in different places, but on the IE map, it's literally showing it go around like it would.
Flows.
Where's Wally? Have you watched the super chat showing the 7th rocket or the supercut? Yes. Wally, remember I literally commented on it. You commented on my thread. Have you got you got trolls busy trolling me on that thread? Have you forgotten that? That's why I took and made a video on. Literally making a video on it. Where's Wally? It's like he literally forgot I commented on that video. Okay.
To steer the balloon by picking up different winds and different wind directions at different altitudes.
It's not as if knowledge is wisdom. Kind of goes hand in hand. But difficult to have wisdom if you don't have knowledge on something. But difficult to have knowledge on something if you don't have wisdom.
With wisdom, with knowledge comes wisdom, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Doing small change of altitude, you can do something like this. You go up, use this wind, then go down, use this wind, and go up, down, up, and down.
So this balloon has straps holding the apex up, and that balloon did not.
Right, which is why it's sitting down there.
Yeah, because yesterday when we were filling it up, it got in a twist to the point where it just...
where it just poof. That kind of sounded to me like it was set to do that. Because they also didn't really... Look at it. This was scripted, guys. Look at it. They're not really... How can I put it? You would get shocked really big if this had to happen unplanned. Look at that. Look at their faces. Right?
That it got in a twist to the point
Look
where
at their faces.
it just did that.
See, she didn't even flinch. Let's look at it again.
That it got in a twist to the point where it just.
See, she didn't flinch. She knew it was going to happen. So
no, you've seen it twice. We haven't seen it once yet.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you got to catch up.
Here it is.
She didn't even flinch. So they literally scripted this explosion. Oh, and it's amazing. While she was talking about it, it happened. Oh,
Did it?
Man.
Did that. That's what happened. There you go.
Yes,
so we did.
Yep. Elon Musk is a DARPA brought out paid for Hillary.
Just popped the ballonnet because it was twisted. That was the test here.
Over the last 6 months, Google has run tests with Vodafone, Telstra, and
Hi, Flat Earth Canada. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it.
Telefonica, utilizing their networks to provide connectivity to customers who normally live with little or no internet access. Loon believes that it can provide service to these remote regions at a fraction of the typical cost.
Communication satellites are typically pretty expensive, hundreds of millions of dollars to build and 100 million plus to launch, whereas the balloons are an order of magnitude or two cheap.
They're also saying, look how cheap it is. And now altogether, they're not even doing it. They're just using cables.
To operate on a sort of daily basis. It's too expensive to build wires and cell towers and fiber optics out to all these remote rural regions, but the balloons are very cost effective. This gives the telco a way to reach everyone in their country with a cost effective way.
Right now, Loon mostly operates in the southern hemisphere, where it's had better luck securing overflight permissions.
Yeah, because it's places where there's not really people. Really weird. You know, like Antarctica. Remember, you're supposed to protect the penguins, guys. Why are you flying junk over Antarctica that can fall into Antarctica? I mean, when people have expeditions in Antarctica, they're not even allowed to keep their piss there. They literally have to take their piss back home with them.
Or drink it.
Or drink it. Or drink it, yeah.
But if that's the case, they are bringing it back home with them, because if they keep drinking it, they've got to take it home with them.
Yeah, that's the thing. If they go to Antarctica on an expedition or whatever, it's not really expedition. It's more like a controlled
look at
walk.
Wally agreeing with Sock. You're pathetic, Wally. They don't want to get it. They're not going to get it.
Yeah, we don't get nothing. Yeah, we don't get nothing.
Globe's fake, space is fake.
Wally, can I ask you to try and figure out why something that's flying 95 seconds up at over 2,200 kilometers an hour is half the distance it's supposed to be with that speed? Yeah. Try and figure that out. Yeah, let's get there.
But it is funny that he's having a conversation with a literal sock, like Michael said.
Yeah.
It's funny, it's like, because it's a character, he's talking to a character, you know what I mean? He's agreeing with a character, a liar, simple.
Yeah.
Why do all socks have girls' names?
But the project has potential applications for developed nations with widespread internet access as well. Because the balloons live in the stratosphere, they have a unique advantage over terrestrial internet infrastructure.
There's no weather in the stratosphere.
There's no weather in the stratosphere. But when you have footage, you can literally hear the wind in the stratosphere. They just said it moves in the stratosphere with wind. Now there's nothing in the stratosphere. No weather. Okay, so wind is not part of the weather, guys. But obviously, yeah, when they're probably saying weather like storms and stuff like that. That I agree with. Bruh.
Which means if there's a hurricane or a typhoon that knocks out power or internet connectivity to people on the ground, even in places like Japan or China or other places around the world, the balloons provide a very exciting ways to immediately let people have connectivity 10 seconds after the natural.
There's a problem with that though. How long does a hurricane usually last? Quite a long. Yeah, I mean, and typhoons, it lasts quite a while, and those clouds are very thick. I mean, you've seen. Let's say you want to watch television with your satellite, satellite TV, and there's a storm, and just a normal storm. You lose signal.
Yeah.
So tell me, how's that balloon gonna bring signal through there to those people?
Disaster occurs. As long as they have a battery-powered phone in their pocket, people will be able to instantly get access to the balloon network. Sometimes people think of Google X as a research lab that's not necessarily a business, but that's not true. All the projects on Google X.
Ooh, Michael, you probably know about this.
What's that?
It's got to do with augmented reality. With the glasses. You'll see it now, it's going to pop up. Forget you guys are a bit behind. Damn you. Damn you. Yeah. Damn you guys in the past. How dare you be in the past?
You're always in the future. You know,
I know, let me just go get my pocket bubble out.
Do you see?
I'll just hop in a DeLorean in a minute.
I remember these glasses that Google wanted to bring out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's all got to do with augmented reality.
They've still got them, haven't they?
It just looks a bit much nicer than these ones. Hey Dalla, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it.
Have to have a business plan, a business case, and the business case for Project Loon is really exciting. It's still early stages in our project in terms of figuring out how big it can grow. It's great for bringing internet to 4 billion people on Earth who don't have it and bringing all the benefits, education, medical information, weather reports. But
look kids, I'm building a satellite. And then it gets launched on a balloon.
It's also a business in itself, a very good business. If many of these 4 billion people, even paying what they can afford, 1 or 2% of their monthly income, can now afford to have internet access, and it's a very good business in itself.
And now you guys don't have it anymore, so yeah. That was a good one, thank you. Inside Google's ambitious thing. Google Loon's flyby 3 years ago. They helped the Lake Victoria Challenge. Three Google Loons Part 1 8 years ago. Google Loon balloons. Balloon with GoPro near space. We should be remember GoPro is a wide angle lens, guys. See why it's warping? But I want to hear the sound. It's music again. I was hoping he's just gonna play, because I want to hear sound. You know, the sound of the. No, not the Red Bull jump.
Right, so his name is music.
Yeah, I'm scared of copyright. I was hoping he's not gonna have any music. Sorry guys. So we can't watch it. Music. I want to actually hear how it sounds, you know, because you can hear the wind up there. Hey, who's watching this? Do you like the astronaut on the balloons? Geo Artel. Wi-Fi balloons. Let's just look at fallen satellites. Oh, there's another one. Wasn't this not the one with the selfie? Oh, that's a space selfie, yeah. This one, welcome back. NASA falls to Earth after 40 years in orbit. This should be interesting. 40 years in orbit, guys.
Return of the
40 years in space, a NASA satellite just fell from the sky.
Now, the space agency confirmed the 5,400-pound satellite re-entered the Earth's atmosphere Sunday night just after 11 p.m. The Department of Defense reports...
No. This is what they're showing. This is what they gotta show. Why do they always show fake stuff when they're trying to talk about something? Always. When NASA presents something, it's fake. I don't get it. Look how fake that is. So when are you going to do the video where you try to debunk rockets? Rockets are real. Where did I ever claim rockets are not real?
It's you who's going to debunk, you stupid person.
But I want to know when. I want to know when.
Rockets. There's nothing wrong with rockets. They are real. Why do you want to debunk it?
Yeah, I don't get it. Do you want to debunk what rockets, Wally? Go ahead. You're gonna fail miserably.
Yeah, definitely. I think we can prove they're real.
We can literally go and make one now with sugar. I mean, really.
Why do they always have to twist your words and make out that you said something when you haven't, though? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't.
It's managed to start with, man.
Alan, that one's not gonna work, mate. And now my chat is gone again. So now I have to get my chat back. To do that, I have to go to Sataloons. We're having quite a steady amount of people in tonight.
Yeah,
so it looks like a...
Why does it always have to push you in?
I don't know who that was. It was Khan.
It's definitely Khan.
Okay, well, let's look at this fake satellite.
It re-entered off the coast of Alaska. Now the Earth...
Okay, the Falcon Heavy going to space. You said you were making a video about the supercut video, yes? The Falcon Heavy is not going to space, mate. The rocket exists. The place it's going to does not. I should actually do a rocket launch.
Two different arguments. Two totally different arguments.
Yeah.
Radiation budget satellite. It's known as
Radiation budget satellite.
Was launched in 1984 aboard Space Shuttle Challenger. Its purpose was to study how the Earth absorbs and radiates energy from the sun, helping scientists understand weather patterns and climate health. ERBS far exceeds, by the way, its expected working lifetime.
Well, then why did they show actual photos of it? Why showing this painting? It doesn't make sense.
Of 2 years, operating for more than 20 years until it retired in 2005.
Welcome back. Well, after...
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't make sense. If you're going to... I mean... What? This is the Starlink satellites, guys. The train. Okay. Are people buying this nonsense? A low pass. It's supposed to be falling, is it not? That's kind of very low. It's lower than the clouds. No.
Oh my goodness. That's what, about 1,000 foot.
Yeah, that's not how you see it. Oh wow, that was a good one. Thank you. Well, it's got 950k views. I actually want to see what the comments are on that video. This should be interesting. Oopsie, I don't want to do that. Let's see what the comments are.
Oh, and what the hell is that? Exactly.
That is the real Starlink.
Those iron thrusters must be incredibly powerful. At this height, we can safely say everyone can visit the ISS with a jetpack on their back. Gravity left the chat. And there was me thinking space started above the clouds. Now I feel silly. Wow, that's so impressive how SpaceX got them to orbit so close to the ground. Yes, and at such a low speed. Oh man. Yeah, obviously it's fake, Slip. That's why we're laughing so much. You can literally see what's fake and not fake. I love how the objects vanish from the frame periodically, like the frame cuts weren't even attempted to be hidden. Yeah.
I find it rich someone who thinks space is real telling us to watch what we watch, because it might be bullshit.
Yes, buddy. The more dense air in the balloon should be affected by gravity. Yet it's not, because gravity doesn't exist. Wow, orbit below the clouds. Wow, wow, wow. Once again, Elon Musk shows how ingenious he is. The first to find a use of old dead cell phones. Yeah. Oh man. That's a good funny. I like that. Okay. There, see that's how it looks. Well, I don't know about that long though, because it's not as long as I don't see it that long here, and it looks smaller as well from my vantage point. Okay.
But they don't stay in a train anyway, do they?
To a point, yeah. They're like almost linked at the hips, you can say.
No, only for a bit, and then they're spread out everywhere. Otherwise, they won't do the job they're supposed to be doing.
No, Starlink's supposed to keep the train. The train's supposed to stay there. Yeah.
No, because they're supposed to be covering areas with crappy internet.
So I mean, yeah, actually. And yet we still.
They won't have the internet train anymore,
and yet people still have crappy internet.
I've got crappy internet that looks on it.
Wow, look at real. That's as real as NASA, guys. That's as real as what NASA brings. Actually, more realistic. You're probably going to see it now when you catch up. Ooh, I'm getting hot now.
No.
Thank you for catching up, PJ. So yeah, nobody want to come into Discord and chat about your experience with Sataloons? Oh yeah, we wanted to see videos on, he said in Globe News, Alan. I forgot about that. I think my battery's starting to go flat in my mouse. Okay. Let's open. Woman shares video of explosion in the sky above Montana. Wow. Let's check this out. It's an ad. A long ad. Gravity only affects microphones. Yeah. Thanks, Neil deGrasse. Okay. Okay. Let's put sound on.
Billings West End woman is going viral tonight on social media after capturing something unforgettable on her cell phone. Dolly Moore tells me that she heard jets fly over her house. Everything started.
Yeah, even Alan told me he heard jets and helicopters fly over his house and then explosions. So, really odd. I don't actually know what's going on then.
To shake, and that's when she decided to grab her cell phone.
I'm gonna catch it on my phone this time.
Dolly Moore says she barely had time to think and instead just started rolling.
And all I could think was, oh my gosh, this is happening again from 2 nights ago.
All the
Again? Huh? Again from 2 nights ago.
Ocean started around 4:45 when she was finishing up her workday. This big window in her home office looks south. She was watching when all of a sudden
it was this big explosion in the sky, and all this debris started just slowly coming down like it was big smoke.
Those images took social media by storm.
I'm not a.
Okay.
It's like a chemtrail to me.
No, this is something really falling there.
Big Twitter person, so I'll just tweet it and like, this is, oh my gosh, this is what I just got.
But here's where the mystery continues.
Yeah, that one.
We reached out to Sheriff Mike Lynn.
You see that a lot as well, though. With the planes.
That looks like a chemtrail.
Yeah, it does. To me, it looks like a chemtrail.
Who says there's been no verification of the video from others. Meanwhile, the city tweeting out this, saying they're aware of the video, but they haven't been called to any incidents related to it, and nothing was picked up on radar. And
nothing's picked up on radar. Then I doubt there's been explosions. I think the radar would have picked up an explosion.
Must have been hidden by the horizon. That's why radar didn't.
Forte telling the city of Billings they don't know of any explosions in, around, or across Montana.
Because to us, it looked like when it first came down, it was like, oh my gosh, it's in our neighborhood. Like, that's scary, you know?
But Moore says the whole thing left her shocked.
Yeah, I wish.
She doesn't even know what it is, but it's leaving her shocked. Okay.
I was shaken. Like, I thought, oh my gosh, like, they just blew it up over our neighborhood. Oh my gosh.
And now she waits to find out what happened. In Billings, Andrea Loons.
Okay. That was the first link. Thank you, Alan. The next link. Real NASA satellites. I'm gonna have to put the music off though, sorry, Alan. If you guys haven't already, do subscribe to Alan. Copy, paste. Stole that sound. What are they showing here though? I was a fallen satellites. There we go. There we go. Balloon. Yeah, the sound's off, Ellen. I was just wondering if they're gonna say something. That's why I kept putting it on. This is like footage from that previous other video we saw earlier, where they're sorting out the balloon. We already know this place ain't moving anywhere. Exactly, Ty. Definitely not moving anywhere.
Movable.
And now it's seeming to just buffer again. Ay. Why do you buffer so much? I think I'm going to have to download. Yes, okay. Please be gentle and understand. I have to download, guys. Thank you. Be patient. You know? Where's my internet?
No.
Come on. There we go. Okay. I mean, come on. I'm supposed to have a fast speed now. It's like so slow. But it's good to see everybody here. Thank you all for hanging out. I'm having fun. Hope you guys are too. Please just hit the like button. Woo. Okay. Where were we? We were around about there. Okay. Now I just downloaded Arwen and it makes it a bit, just makes it quicker. I'll just delete it afterwards, after the stream. There's your beloved satellite, guys. Oof. Coming down with a parachute. Yeah, hit that like button, please. Thank you. Really appreciate it, guys. And share the show. The more, the merrier. So that's the satellite. Okay, definitely not working. Wiggles is going to bring actual physical geometrical Earth curve proof from Earth. Is that so? Is he going to bring it now for us? Wiggles? I'm in chat. Please do bring it.
Who's Wiggles?
Wiggles been trying to prove his silly belief for years.
Yep.
I'm not sure how yet.
Who's Wiggles?
Some baller dude.
Oh, just a baller dude. Alright.
A very dedicated baller dude.
It is a very silly baller dude.
Chuck Middleton already got the video up on this as well.
Most of them.
I'm sure Chuck won't mind me showing his video.
Oh, Chuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I think is it the one from today, is it?
Yeah, fake satellites.
Yeah,
I haven't watched it yet.
What was that? A shed?
Guess what? We got a lot to do.
Oh man, one of those again. Well, guys, I'm gonna copy and paste it in the chat for you guys. Go to Chuck's channel and subscribe as well. He really does some awesome stuff. So I'm not going to show it actually because give him the views, rather.
Heaven-bound trucker.
Yeah, heaven-bound trucker. Okay. So I think that's everything. I thought it's gonna go on longer. Satellites are falling, but they never hit the ground. Oh yeah, they say they burn out before they do anything. So did you guys at least enjoy the subject tonight?
Oh, absolutely.
These are my favourite topics, so you can have a good laugh at it.
Yeah,
definitely.
It gets good
Always.
at 3:15. Oh, but it's not that one. Okay. Yeah, and Chuck Middleton's one. Yeah. QE is going live soon, guys. No stress, Michelle. We kind of through everything now. I got my Discord open if everybody wants to come and chat about the subject. So yeah, QE is gonna go live now, I think. He's saying we should go and crash his live stream. Not my video. Good show. Thank you, Derek. Thank you very much for everybody coming. I do appreciate it. I think it was a good show, though. Get Wiggles to present. Yeah, I would love to get Wiggles to present, Sandy. Where is he now? Is he in general? Yes, he is. Okay. Guys, I'm going to ask Wiggles to come. At Wiggles.
Wiggles.
Wiggle it just a little bit.
Hey, man. Can...
I think we'll go over there, PJ. It'll be easier, won't it, for Fat Zone?
Live chat to present. There we go. Hold on, Leafy. My wife made some nice chocolate cake again. Because I was so bummed the last time. There was still about the half a cake there. I was so in the mood to come back from work. And they put the glass bowl on top of the microwave. It fell. So there was the whole half a cake gone. I was such in the mood for more.
Hello?
Wiggles, what do you want me to present?
I'm not Wiggles.
Michael's already gone over to Discord. I'm still chilling.
No. No, Michael, I've got Wiggles on screen here in the general chat.
Ah, right. You mean he's not coming into Discord?
He is in Discord, but we want him to come present, to talk.
Ah, right. Oh, well, I've come over here because I thought he was coming in Discord, like.
He's in Discord. He's in the general.
Well, no, but I thought he was joining in to talk. That's why I've come over here.
Yeah, I'm asking him.
Ah, right.
Better than gold. I want to let Chuck rather get the views on his video. That's why. Because Chuck has a great video and he does a lot of work into it. If you guys want me to show parts of it, I'll be more than happy. Chuck does awesome work.
I noticed you got Michael. I heard you say let's go over there. I just didn't do it. I'll be over in a second if he's coming on.
Now Wiggles isn't answering. Okay, he's busy typing.
Oh, he's back.
He's back. I hear the whoop. Okay, I'm gonna.
If he comes into Discord now, I'm not coming.
No, it's just typical.
Okay, I'm gonna download Chuck's video, and I think we'll watch Chuck videos then. But some of it, I'm not gonna watch all of it, because he really does do great work, and I would rather let you guys go watch his video in full.
So let me just get this straight. Somebody's been saying that Wiggles has got something to present, and now he's saying he ain't got out to present.
Yeah.
Complete waste of time.
But Wiggles is like that though. Makes a claim, and then when asked to present, plays dumb. Okay. Chuck's video is gonna come up now, guys. Hey, Identity, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Play it from 3:15. Okay, I'll play it from 3:15. But it's only 2 minutes. Oh no. 3:15. 3:15.
Just.
Okay, I'll get from 3:14. There we go.
Just before you play it, when I went out to Discord, Fat Zone, sounded terrible.
Yeah, Discord sound is terrible.
Discord, yeah.
No, Discord sound is not.
Space is fake.
Yeah. Me hearing you, Michael, on you on Discord, you sounded like 10 from this.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, I'm gonna press play.
The old TV show X-Files, the truth is out there. Well, people in the Navajo Nation have been trying to figure out what crash landed in the high desert.
A Navajo Tribal Council delegate shared a picture of what looks like a satellite sitting behind his house. Team Charles William Pitts went to find out what it really is.
The whole Roswell UFO incident started with one guy in the middle of nowhere who found something weird. Tully Begay found something weird in the high desert on Wednesday.
Wow, look at that. I wonder what that could be, guys. Have you guys noticed why haven't we seen Elon Musk's Roadster fall out of the sky yet? Or why aren't we able to track it with a telescope? I mean, you're supposed to be able to stick an EQ mount on it and just track it. I mean, that's what the globe is always claimed to be able to. I can track anything in the sky. Okay. So please track Elon Musk's Roadster.
Spaceship or satellite? Sitting right behind Tully Begay's house, his grandson watched it land. This thing came to a landing.
This thing? Why does he just say the satellite? You can literally see it's a satellite, but he's saying this thing that is making it sound like it's alien technology. You can literally see the solar panels and everything on it. Come on, man. Oh, wow.
Far from pretty much anything, in between the towns of Kayenta and Denihatsu on the Navajo reservation.
People were calling me, they were asking me what was going on at the house.
A bunch of solar panels, some electronic hardware, looking very much out of this world.
Oh.
Very much out of this world.
Listen what he just said.
So on the Navajo reservation.
People were calling me, they were asking me what was going on at the house.
Just listen to these words, guys.
Bunch of solar panels, some electronic hardware, looking very much out of this world.
Bunch of solar panels and electronic hardware looking out of this world. What? So solar panels and hardware, electronic hardware is not part of this world then? Already. Oh man.
Parachute, there's an orange parachute it came down with it.
Navajo Council delegate Nate Brown shared the photo, joking that if it was aliens, they should bring a COVID vaccine with
It shows you the narratives they're trying to push. And I mean, especially now these days, they are trying to push aliens really hard. Yeah.
They should bring a COVID vaccine with them.
Is that what he's getting to these days? Blowing, okay.
But the most likely the explanation is probably a lot more boring and does not include
Sherlock.
COVID. It's probably a weather balloon, just like
a Sataloon. Thank you. Yeah. Identification. Then all the shit I made in school is alien technology. Yep, that's practically what they're claiming.
Like the UFO at Roswell, but this time from Google. Google has been launching weather balloons with little miniature cell towers attached to them. It's called Project Loon.
But the further away from these towns and cities you go, the fewer people there are, until eventually connectivity just stops. To bring the internet to people in these areas, we need to look up, way up, into the stratosphere. From here, we can provide connectivity across much larger areas.
Yeah, because why are you opening the angle? Your line of sight, your field of view is opening up. It's not because of a globe, guys, and I love how they use a flat plane here, by the way.
Yeah.
Literally.
Bringing the benefits of the internet to more people. So how do we get there? With balloons. Really big balloons. Beginning their journey from one of our custom-built balloon launchers, our balloons are filled with lighter-than-air gas and released up into the skies. Rising 20 kilometers into the stratosphere, Loon balloons float twice as high as airplanes, well above...
Twice as high. Yeah, like the ones we've seen today in the sky. Yeah. Into the break, because what is behind you doesn't matter.
Of weather and wildlife. To get to where they need to go, Loon balloons sail the wind by moving up or down into different wind currents traveling in different directions, joining other balloons in small teams over areas where connectivity...
Joining other balloons in small teams. So there's your geostationary satellite. Where's Wally?
Activity is needed. Ground stations connected to local internet service providers send signal up to the balloons and then back down to the ground.
So relays, there we go. Just like we were saying. Yeah. They're just relay stations. That's all they are. Transmit signals and relays. Oh man. So tell me again why we need satellites. Because they could have done this with normal satellites up there in the sky, couldn't they? But yet they will use balloons. It makes so much sense.
Over large distances, allowing people to connect directly to the internet with an LTE mobile phone. When it is eventually time for our balloons to come down, we navigate them to remote areas and work with local air traffic control to manage their slow descent down to Earth, where they're collected by our recovery teams.
Brilliant.
By repeating this process at scale, we hope to provide continued connectivity to users on the ground.
Just wish they didn't play so much music though. That's the Loon is woke. Exactly into the break. I think all their graphics design team here is woke. They know it's flat.
Bringing the internet to more people in more places around the world.
Ah, and then they show the globe. So it's probably locally flat according to them. The most big idiotic rubbish you could ever hear. Locally flat. The curve is negligible. Wow. It's negligible, but you can claim to see a boat behind the curve 3 miles away from you. Makes so much sense. Ah, Loon for all. Yeah, kind of like they're trying to say Looney Tunes. Hi Turu, thank you for coming. Why should there be a relay if the Earth is flat? There's already a direct line. No, angles become acute with distance, Arturo. Just because it's flat doesn't mean there's no angles present and getting more acute. The further you go away from something, the more acute the angle becomes. Simple stuff. Things block stuff.
They hope to bring internet access to remote areas of the world. The balloons can stay up for about a year.
For a year. Remember what I was saying? Balloons can stay up for about a year now, yeah. So...
yeah, and that's just what they're telling you. You know, we could stay up longer than that for all we know.
You never know.
Or indefinitely.
You never know.
Repairing.
Yeah, makes so much sense.
Balloons can stay up for about a year.
A parallel line has angles. A parallel line is an angle. Does he not know that? What? Oh, man.
Carry a payload that looks an awful lot like what dropped near Tully Begay's house. There's even flight tracking data on those balloons. This one started off in Nevada, then crossed the country, went to the Caribbean, then finally popped up again off the coast of California and landed on the Navajo reservation, right by Kayenta. So not little green men from Mars, probably like little IT guys from Google. Out of this world story on the reservation.
We tried reaching out to Project Loon to see if what crashed was really part of their program. They have not responded. They have not responded.
Yep, all the world's indeed a stage, and we are merely players, performers, and portrayers, each another's audience. Go outside the gilded cage. Guys, please do subscribe to him. I'm going to stick it once more in. There we go. Subscribe to his channel. So, no takers to come in and chat. I've measured Earth's radius. I can perhaps quickly present that if you want. Hey Flatwood, how could the historical documentary Star Trek, The Next Generation, be about real life events if space is fake? That's a good one. Well, I guess that's the show then. Yeah, because I mean, it was a good show. Had quite a
flight guys put, so no problem to transmit directly across the Atlantic. Also using radar. Marconi.
Yeah, Marconi literally proved it's not flat. Then they had to make up ideals like the ionosphere.
Yeah.
Why do you think the ionosphere came into existence? Because of Marconi. He disproved the nonsense of your globe. Whales, for Pete's sake, disprove your globe. A whale can communicate thousands of miles apart from each other under the ocean.
That's right.
If balloons work as relay, why does it happen there is already a direct line? Again, angles matter. Shit shrinks in the distance, you know, but not physically, only optically. So that tree that let's say a big tree, well, let's say a mountain in other words, 2,000 feet or 2,000 meters high. At the right angle, it's going to be in the way. So you have to go up to have a higher line of sight to it. So that's why they have relays, Arturu. Things get in the way of things. Yeah. So yeah, I just want to say thank you, PJ. Thank you, Michael, for coming in. It was an awesome chat. Finishing a bit earlier tonight, I see. I thought we were going to go at least till 11. But I mean...
Keep going then.
But it was a good stream. No, I don't mind actually leaving now, but so I can carry on editing that video, but... It's still got some work.
Ulterior motives.
And it would be nice to spend some time with my wife as well a bit.
I'm going to watch QE anyway then if you go in.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, guys, do go to QE's stream after this. Maybe I should quickly get his link. Quantum Regressor. It's in... if you guys haven't already, do go to Quantum's Eraser stuff.
Right, look at all socks coming in with the bullshit.
Copy link. Are they coming now? Now that they want to present something. Now that I want to leave. Just tuned in. Now parallel lines have angles. Since when is a parallel line not an angle?
It's always an angle.
Were these guys ever gone to school? I mean, parallel angles are lines. Parallel lines are angles, as far as I know. Anyway, thanks guys for coming. Really, really appreciate it. If you guys haven't already, just hit the like button and share. Thank you to everybody that's supporting the channel. I don't think I saw any super chats, so I don't feel bad not missing them. Thank you guys. You guys rock. I think it was a great stream. I'll see you guys all tomorrow night. Yeah. God bless and may the pressure be with you.